Hello and happy Labor Day to all of you. Um, it's a pleasure to be coming to you at this time. Um, Having had a day that I have rested, that my scorecard reads 4-0, I was able to clean my hands, cover my face, chill at home, and clear my distance. Literally, I've just been sitting at home with family and taking some time off. Um, the news is out, this is the day of laborers. This is the day that those who work are recognized. And in this particular day and age, we realize that those who work deserve to be remembered, not only that, to be respected and to be recognized. And in so doing, today is a day to celebrate the worker, the one who does the 9 to 5, the Jua Cali guy, all those people. But also in these days of coronavirus, it's also become very apparent that apart from all the profit taking everyone has been doing, all the economic success stories that we've had with giant companies, it all boils down to people. People are what matter most. And that message has been lost in translation for a very long time. It has taken a global pandemic to remind us that it's people who matter most, because people can't be replaced. Profits can be replaced, machines can be replaced, but people can't. Once they are gone, they are gone. So as we close in this evening, I just want to wish you guys a happy Labor Day. I know it's late in the evening for most of you, but I hope you celebrated your day well, and I hope you had time to spend with family, and also to keep your distance. Don't go out hanging out too much. Also respect the 4 C's, and if you did have to go out, that you covered your face, that you wore a mask, that is, that you kept your distance, that you cleaned your hands. And for those who stayed at home, that they actually stayed home. They didn't just go to some house party nearby. And don't forget, if you are going to visit friends and relatives, even as we know this is the month of Ramadan, let's also remember to carry extra clothes, or change our clothes, or change our mind. It's always good to just go when it's absolutely necessary, so preventing the spread. Coming from Mombasa, we do see that Mombasa is having more and more cases. But all these cases can be reduced if we just respect the guidelines that we keep preaching every day. Anyway, I would like to leave you with some words, a short word for the day, because we know that we will not go back to normal service. Once this pandemic is past, things will have changed. And I've been insisting that you prepare yourself for the changes that are coming. Changes to management, changes to business, changes to the way you work, the type of work you do, and also changes to the progress and the planning and the profits and everything. If you are a shareholder, prepare for shortage of money in terms of dividends and so on. If you are a worker, prepare to get hard work coming back to catch up with the deficits that are there. If you are an exporter, count your losses, because you weren't able to export stuff during this time. If you're an importer, it's equally difficult for you too. But in all these things, I leave you with another set of 3 C's. Number one, since yesterday we had spoken about winners and losers, which was based on the cause, and the cost, today I want to give or share with you a winning formula. A formula that will help you join the winner's circle. And it comes in 3 words: check, challenge, and correct. And the third one, being correct, means you can either correct or change. It just depends on how it is. Now, check. Check means look at what you have been doing. Look at what has happened during this time that you have not been able to do it. And ask yourself, would I be able to continue the way I am after the pandemic is through? If you know that, if you can't, then you know you need to check what you are doing. And when you check what you're doing, you can be able to know whether it is viable to continue doing that, And if it's not, then you move to the next thing. Challenge. Challenge the status quo. If your business is under threat, if you haven't been able to work for this number of months, challenge the status quo. Is there something else you could be doing that would improve your chances at getting your business back online faster? So challenge the status quo. Number 3, change or correct. If you're not going to be viable after this, the possibility would be to change your line of business or correct your line of business. Let me give you an example. There are some restaurants, for example, which have been built to be cozy, people sitting close to each other, to get a lot of number of tables in place. That has been their business model. The more people they can put in the room, the more profit they can make. At least they'll be able to break even, pay their bills, and meet their costs. But with the changes in the regulations, it now means that you cannot have a full pack house. You have to socially distance. And the social distancing will continue even after the coronavirus is done. Because without a vaccine, without a further treatment plan, a successful treatment program, the coronavirus has an opportunity to come back. And for those who will have missed infection the first time, they won't be able to they might end up being infected the second time. While there are strides and progresses in getting treatments and vaccines, all of these take time. And the virus is way ahead of the scientists in terms of spread, fatalities, and even the impacts that are coming after the main wing of the pandemic is done. In Europe and in the US, they have passed their peak infections, and now the death toll is coming through. But they are past it. It will soon diminish to zero. We in Kenya are still counting on the early days. Our testing needs to improve. And all the things that we've been talking about, and all the Ministry of Health and all the people who have been advising us, keep telling us over and over again that we need to look to the future, because right now things may look minimal, but slowly but surely cases are going up. So I urge you all to respect the 4 C's. Clean your hands, cover your face, chill at home unless you have to go, and unless it's necessary for you to leave. And last but not least, keep a clear distance. Clear the space around you. And if you have to visit people, change your mind and plan to go when it's necessary, or carry a change of clothes or carry extra clothes so that you don't pass the infection over to others. I wish you all a wonderful Labor Day. I can hear my kids shouting in the background, and it's time for me to leave so that I can go spend some time with them. Thank you and God bless.